Welcome back to the show. Odds are we've all been on bad dates before, like Charlotte in that classic episode of Sex and the City. Finding someone to date can be challenging as well. We've tried the apps, if you've tried the apps or online dating, and you've tried signing up for tennis lessons, maybe you've even let your friends set you up with a big Well, odds are you have never tried this. Chairlift speed dating. It is a real thing, and it's happening this weekend at Afton Alps. You could meet the love of your life while riding a chairlift to the top of a ski hill, and I'm not joking. Here to explain is local matchmaker making the matches at Afton Alps on Saturday, April Davis from Luma Luxury Matchmaking. Hi, April.
Hi.
Okay. When they brought this up, I thought this was brilliant. I thought it was the craziest thing I've ever heard in the best way possible. How does this work?
So everybody can register ahead of time, or they can just show up to the event, and we have people that ski or don't ski. But we will basically break them up into age groups, and then I start matching them up, and I send them up the hill together, up the chairlift together, and so they can talk and get to know each other on the way up. And it's less than 5 minutes, so it's kind of like speed dating, but on a chairlift. And then if they like each other, great, they can exchange numbers and go down the hill together, or they can go their separate ways, and I'll rematch them.
Okay, so this is what I was like. Do they have to? So they're coming down. Like, let's say there's a couple on the lift that realize in the 5 minutes that they can't stand each other. So, do they give you like a wink, wink? Do they give you a code, or how do you know they are thinking, "Get me off this lift"?
Well, we just have everybody get back in line again, and then
got
I
it.
just
So they don't have to. It's not going to be embarrassing to either person.
Well, they're supposed to. It's a couple-hour long event, so they're supposed to meet a bunch of people, and it's kind of expected. But we have had some people disappear.
Like disappear into the wilderness?
Yeah. They're somewhere over the hill.
Seriously? They're like, get me off this.
Well, no, they've gone off together. They've run off. Yeah, they're going down other hills.
Oh, we're talking like ski nookie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Wow.
So it happens. We've had a lot of couples hook up or meet up and actually continue dating.
April, this is the best thing ever. I love this. So, you know, and we're going to talk more general advice in the next segment, but you're doing this matching. Do you know a lot about them before they get to the event, or are you just going on instinct? How does that work?
A lot of it is instinct, and I'm eyeing them up, but I do know quite a few people because I'm a local matchmaker, and this is what I do, so I know a ton of people. But the thing is, a lot of times you just have to see people, eye them up, and kind of, oh, you'd be a cute pair, you'd be a good cute pair. So, and we set them up, go up the hill, and they'll let them take it from there.
And you try to, obviously, if they're at this event, you're trying to not only by your instinct, but I would imagine you're also trying to match them up with similar interests. Am I right?
Well, we know that they're there because they're active and they both enjoy skiing, so that's a good start.
A good start. Such a good start that they sometimes go into the woods. I mean, that's, And this is, how many years have you done this?
This will be our 3rd year.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And you've kind of hinted at this, but you've seen some successes from this?
Yeah, we have a couple couples that have made it through to this year, so they won't be at the event again.
But, wow, so they've made it a full year.
Yeah.
That is a long time before.
It's good. It's good.
That must feel gratifying for you as the matchmaker. Do they usually let you know? Do you check back in with them, or do they call you and say, girl, this worked?
Sometimes. So one couple in particular, I actually knew them both separately, and when I saw that he was there and I knew she was there, I drug him across the place and said, okay, you need to meet her. And then they ended up hooking up. So they're still together, too.
Still together to this day?
Yeah, exactly.
This is great. And don't you think, we always say, and again, we're going to talk more general advice in a minute, but we can laugh at this and the concept is funny, but sometimes 5 minutes is all you need, right, April? I mean, that's...
you can gauge attraction, but I always say that you have to give people a couple of dates to really get to know someone, because that is part of the problem, I think, with online dating, is because people are just going through and judging so quickly, and they think they know someone, but people are complex.
Yeah.
So, but you can kind of get a gauge if there's potential.
At least physical attraction, yeah.
Exactly.
Like I said, April's going to stick around. Now here's the deal, for all my single friends out there, all my single ladies, and men. She has 3 great tips on helping single people meet their match. Now, if you would like to try and find your love on the lift, I like that name, at the Chairlift Speed Dating event, it is happening this Sunday, February 10th at Afton Alps. Now, to buy your ticket or to get more information, just go to AftonAlps.com. We just talked about the chairlift speed dating event happening at Afton Alps on Sunday, but you have more tips for people just trying to meet their match. Starting with, let me go, number one, build a social circle. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, well, so people think nowadays that if they want to meet someone, they should just go order them up online like they do Amazon or anything else. But we all know it really doesn't work. Only 5% of relationships start from online dating. So if it has happened for some people, that's rare.
Proudly, it has happened 7 years. Match.com, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's
7
great.
years, yeah.
Well, you're one of the few. So I always tell people, it's not about just going and finding that one person. It's about creating a great life. So expand your social circle. You can go to meetup events, ask your friends to invite their friends to different events with you. Just try to meet as many people as possible and ask them to set you up with people too.
Yeah, because your friends know you well, and I'll take I was just telling you in the break, my friends were narrowing down the people I could date. So it worked because they know,
that helps.
They know how irritating I can be.
Yeah, that's right.
Don't be afraid to approach someone.
Yeah, so people think that they should just, resort to online dating, or people are scared of approaching because they're afraid of rejection.
Yeah.
And so I just tell ladies, you have to make it easy for the guy to be able to approach you. Think of back in the day when the lady would drop the handkerchief and the guy would be able to pick it up for her. So ladies, you need to find a modern day way to drop your handkerchief, or go up to him and start talking to him. If you're at a bar or restaurant or something, if you're both carrying drinks, you could just go up, clink your drinks together or make a comment, and also bring your friends if he has friends or guys, it's really intimidating now for people to do that, but most people are going to be open and really appreciate someone that takes the initiative to introduce themselves and start a conversation.
My best friend Jen does what we call the bar game.
Okay.
And Jeff is laughing because he's witnessed it. But we have met more people taking your advice where we will, if someone's sitting next to us that's alone, we will play the bar game where we guess their occupation, their age, where they live, if they have a dog. And it starts a conversation, and we've hooked some people up that way. I'm just gonna say,
that works. Have you ever noticed? Have you ever noticed that when you're in a different city that you end up meeting more people and you feel like it's so much easier? Well, I think that has to do with this, is that you're more open and you're wanting to meet more people because you're new in the town or you're new in the city.
And I know this seems simplistic, but one of your notes here, and I think we should hit on this, is the simple smile. Because doesn't that speak, I know, I mean, it seems simple, but doesn't that speak, April, to the approachability?
Yeah.
If you have resting face, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Exactly.
Seriously, it's a real thing.
So I always say, give people your eyes, look at them in the eyes, smile, say hello, hi, how are you doing? It gives an opportunity for them to continue the conversation. And we're in Minnesota, so start talking about the weather, whatever it is.
Whatever it is, but smile.
You need to.
Yeah, because if you look like that green poison sticker, no one's going to come up to you. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I'm saying, if you look like Mr. Grunt Mouth, no one's going to come up to you. Final one in your rule of 3, keep expectations in check. What do you mean by that?
Well, just because you're attracted to somebody physically doesn't mean that will equate to a great relationship. So some people will come into your life and they may be good for just maybe a one-night stand or just, kind of going out to the movies or something, doing something with, but not everybody is going to be perfect for a relationship, or will they have the skills to be in the relationship that you desire. Yeah. So just really keep that in mind when you're out there and trying to meet the person that you want to ultimately be with.
For instance, like, like Carol, Dale and, from Duluth and I are obviously attracted to each other, but we may not be good for a relationship, right, Dale? I mean, we might not be a match, Dale. I mean, yeah. April Davis, give it up for April, everybody. Thank you so much. From Luma Luxury Matchmaking. For more information on Luma, check out lumasearch.com. And don't forget, the chairlift speed dating event is happening this Sunday, February 10th at Afton Alps. As I said earlier, go to aftonalps.com